Today, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to take a student grade 3/4 guitar and do a quick setup on it and make it playable without any kind of heavy tools or experience. Okay, so here's what you're going to need if you're going to do a 3/4 style electric or acoustic guitar. First, you're going to need some 400 gauge, don't listen to me, 400 grit sandpaper. If you have one of these, they're awesome. If not, painter's tape, steel wool, measuring tape. You want to do 11 to 50 or 11 to 52 gauge strings. You can do 12s, but I do 11 to 50 or 11 to 52. You're going to need a caliper. All right, so let's get started. First, you're going to take the caliper and set it to inches, right? Like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to caliper the strings on it, just to make sure. Okay, so this one is a 9. Again. 9 to 42. It says 41.5, but we know it's 42. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Just to make sure. 42. So 41 means 42. Good enough. All right, so we have 9 to 42. So let's go ahead and take them off and then get to the next step. Okay, so using this, you're just going to take the steel wool and just go over each fret really fast. And you can feel immediately how smooth and nice and frictionless the frets get. Okay. And probably to make it easier, you're going to go one after another. Okay, so we got the strings off, so there's a couple things you need to understand about an inexpensive guitar. First off, the frets will feel really rough. And you'll notice that when you're doing bends or playing, it's really gritty. Now I use this little guard, makes life easy, goes over like so, and some steel wool. But again, if you don't have that, you can use some painter's tape and painter's tape it off. So let's go over that real fast. If you don't have a fret guard, you just simply take a piece of tape, painter's tape, and you can keep reusing the same 2 pieces over and over again. And you're just going to tape off each side of the fret like so, and then do it just like that. And then once it's done, move the tape over one spot. If the tape tears or gets too worn, you can start with another piece of tape. And again, you're just protecting the wood from the steel wool. So now that the frets are done, you take the low gauge string, which is going to be a 50, and you're going to notice that it really won't fit in the nut very well. So here's what you're going to do. You already know that this string is for a full-size guitar and this is 3/4. So you take your measuring tape, set it to 2 inches, and measure off 2 inches. Or if you want to, you can even go about 3 inches on your string. Go ahead and do that. And then go ahead and cut it. And then that's where the 400 grit sandpaper comes in. Tear off a piece and go ahead and wrap it around the string. Put it into the nut slot and file, kind of like make a makeshift file. Okay, and you'll feel it when it gets in there nice. And then what's great about this is as you're doing it, you can actually use the string, right, as another additional file, because it will work. Not as great as a file set, but they're kind of pricey. So again, you're just finding a spot. Again, you hold it tight and just work it this way. Okay, so now I have the 50 to 11 gauge strings on, and I've tuned it all up. I haven't cut the antenna off. That's why I was doing that. So basically, it's already playing better, staying in tune. And it kind of feels like the tension is a little stiffer, but really it's probably within range of what a full-size guitar is. They ship these guitars from the factory with small strings. I think it's just because they don't put any thought process into it. Kind of like this guitar. My biggest complaint about this guitar is I would have rather them take the neck pick about, the tone knob, and the switch, and these inlays, give the student dots, and improve the tuning keys. That's the only failure of the guitar so far, is the tuning keys. So other than that, I think it's pretty good. And if you guys want to see how this thing really sounds good when played, check out Big Hairy Guitars, the link below. And watch that video because it's amazing. All right, guys. Again, thanks for your time. Know your gear.